It looks like a silver lining on the horizon, but it is in fact a place of vanished hopes. Section 4 of the refugee camp Kakuma in northern Kenya. The tents and houses fill up fast with new refugees from southern Sudan, Somalia, and Ethiopia. The first refugees came 20 years ago. Now there are about 170,000 of them here. But now there is something new happening in the camp. There is clapping and cheering for some 30 young people. 2 of them are from the local population, but most of them are refugees. And all of them get something you would not expect in the middle of a refugee camp, a diploma from the prestigious American Regis University.
Let's clap for him, please. Let's clap for him, please.
The successful students know all too well what it means to live at the margins. But that is also why they are very aware what a difference the JCHEM education has made for them. Ifra. She could not take the suffering in Somalia any longer.
And the intercultural communication course changed me a lot. It made me to learn to motivate myself and to encourage my fellow Somali women and teach them.
Bitu, a former child soldier from Sudan who saw the futility of violence.
Is that I am empowered by the JCM with the leadership knowledge and how to resolve conflicts.
Abdisalam, no hope for him in the ruins of Mogadishu.
Abdisalam Osman Jama.
My understanding before this JCM program was it is like only businessman who is looking for interest. But after I did this JCM program, I realized that it's a social entrepreneurship which can solve the problem of the community.
The diploma was hard-earned in 3 years of studies in classrooms like this. The students followed an online curriculum. Teachers from all over the U.S. were present via Skype and online contacts.
My congratulations for this fabulous graduation. This has been quite a journey for you.
Sometimes teachers and tutors are personally present in the classroom.
Just below. No pardon.
The little university in Kakuma did not fall out of the sky. The program of JCHEM, and therefore the university in Kakuma, exists because of the collective goodwill and effort of many people. At the beginning, Dr. Mary McFarland asked a group of friends from academia a simple question.
Isn't there a way to bridge this gap between those with lots of education, higher ed available, and those with very little?
The initial group did not just want to bring access to higher education to the margins of this world, to poor and disadvantaged communities. They saw the need for a different type of education. They scouted for partners and found them. For instance, Jesuit Father John Fitzgibbons, president of Regis University in Denver, Colorado.
A Regis person is someone who goes beyond reasonable expectations in order to help others.
Another important partner is the Jesuit Refugee Service. JRS, here represented by Father Peter Balais, head of JRS.
Education is a source of hope. That's what we want to give to people in the refugee situation, which is often a very hopeless situation. And the hope also consists in that they will make a change now and later on when many of them will go back.
Meanwhile, supporters and partners of JCHEM span a wide range, from several American universities up to the vice president of Wiley Publishing Company. As the network of supporters widens, so does the geographical reach of the JCHEM program. Classes are now offered in Afghanistan, in Jordan, and soon in Thailand as well. On the African continent, Dzaleka camp in Malawi is the second country aside from Kenya with a strong JCHEM presence. In fall 2014, there were 14 graduates getting their hard-earned diplomas in liberal arts and business. Sitting in the audience were a number of students who participate in another type of program offered by JCHEM, the Community Service Learning Track, CSLT. This 6-month course has a very concrete goal, providing much-needed skills in a diverse community of refugees from more than 10 different nations. The topics included are counseling, English as a second language, mother and child health care, and special needs education. Just as the diploma students, the CSLT graduates take their commitment seriously to give something back to their community once they finish their course. This place is one example of many in the camp of Dzaleka, Malawi. Up until a few years ago, these children and adolescents from the camp did not have a place for adequate care and attention. David knows all too well what it means to be handicapped.
Living with disabilities is somehow difficult, and somehow some people consider that shameful, but is some consider as a lack of opportunities. So it means that as a person living with disabilities myself, I feel emotional helping my colleagues. Fortunately, I've been granted a chance to learn CLTs, their special need class. So, and after 6 months, when I've been graduated, I had experience how I can work in the community just to help my colleagues living with disabilities.
In a separate room, Patrick takes care of a child. He also learned his skills at the Community Service Learning Track of JCHEM.
I choose this because since my young age, I like to help children, and that is my idea. I like to help children, even they can that's some problem. And when I went in the community health track, I was based mostly on how I can help children.
Once work is finished at the center, Patrick is on his way to visit families with handicapped children in their homes. I feel very happy when Patrick comes to visit me here. He does not bring me things, but the advice he gives makes me happy. When Patrick comes to the families, they feel that they are not left alone. That is because Patrick takes to heart the fundamental principle of JCHEM education: be women and men for others.
Unakuwa unampatia peke, anazoea kula na kijiko, anazoea tumikisha juu ya mikono, iko na coordination ya mzuri, hand coordination ya bien.
Kuna forme hata maikai. Kama sio kwa hiyo kinga, hakuna wengine gisi ya kuikata.
Hata kukinga basi.
Hata kukinga ndio yenyewe iko na
kusema hapa kwa problem maana inaweza onekana kinakuta kupagala, napagala kisha kumnyorosha, kumnyorosha tena huko na kutafuta ile kitu si utunjo lazima. Na kisha choka kwa hayo anaweza enda huku meata kawia kula na rudia.
Tunasikia raha kwanza.
We always cried when he came because we felt that there is something important he brought to us. He sent us to the hospital when the child was doing badly and provided us with advice from different people. Studying in Dzaleka or Karkuma is challenging, but at least the students are out of harm's way. When JCHEM started its program in Aleppo, Syria, the nightmare of war unfolded soon after the opening of the JCHEM classrooms. Within a year, more than 1 million Syrians fled to neighboring countries like Turkey, Lebanon, or Jordan. JCHEM was forced to relocate as well and found a new home with the Jesuits in Amman. Most students here are again Syrians, followed by Iraqi refugees. Courses in liberal arts and English as a second language are always packed. In an online session via Skype with a professor in the US, one wish is put forward over and over again.
If you had a chance to speak directly to the people who designed JCM, what would you most like them to know about your experience?
So many people don't have the chance to learn English. Maybe we have to work on that thing to provide teaching English for a larger number of people.
One of the teachers of the liberal arts course is Basil Mahani. The Syrian citizen is finishing his PhD in Jordan.
The outcomes of this project so far have demonstrated the importance. I see the students carry these lessons from these conversations into interactions that they have with other refugees, into the community service work that they do, into their professional environments. Watching the students of how they've grown over the last year in terms of the sense of pride, in terms of their English abilities, reading, writing, discussion. You can sense the change and growth in the students.
For the students, learning is as important to their survival as food and shelter. This woman does not miss a single lesson. She is from Iraq and has developed serious health problems that go untreated. In her apartment, the kitchen cabinets hold books instead of dishes. Whenever she does not have to look for food or clothes, she studies.
Give me the strength to pass my daily life, my bad situation motivated me to continue to hold my bad situation.
The language spoken here is English. Mohammed from Syria was near the end of his university studies when he had to flee. Now he lives with his extended family in a rented apartment in Amman.
Sometimes go to work on Saturdays. The office is
Every day he sits down with his niece to practice English with her.
Broadcasting. Corporation.
Learning and studying in Amman happens not on a fancy campus, but in a freight container. The students don't mind. Neither does teacher and tutor Basil Mahani. For him, something different is much more important.
is a really essential transformational project, and it's a transformational opportunity to bring people together to work towards a better collective future. The fact that we're able to bring students together from different cultures and different backgrounds and different experiences and truly engage in what is sort of a global learning opportunity with the students on site, with the students in Kakuma and Zalika, and with their professors in the United States.
Graduates in Kakuma are serious about their obligation to use their education for a better collective future, as the teacher in Amman had phrased it. Ifra, the graduate from Somalia, had to study in the back room of a small shop, which provides her family with an income. In the tight-knit Somali community of Kakuma, female genital mutilation is a big issue. Ifra decided to make use of her education to teach her fellow Somali women about the risks involved in this tradition. That's why they meet regularly in a house of the group. They share experiences and listen to Ifra.
Most of the women in my community here in my neighborhood know that I go to the JCM, that I go to the Regis University. They know that I attend this course, liberal art. And so I have the ability to reach them and teach them because they are easy to be changed and they are willing to learn from me.
I have several daughters and I did the FGM with them. But if I have another daughter, now I will definitely not do it again. I learned here from Ifra that FGM brings diseases and infections, and I will tell this to everybody in our community. Abdussalam graduated with the same cohort as Ifra. The Regis pin on his jacket means a lot to him. He chose the business class because he saw that there were lots of small stores in the camp that were poorly managed. The JC Ham program has made him aware that an entrepreneur has a social responsibility. This is one of the lessons he communicates to the shopkeepers in Kakuma.
I tell them if you want to sell something, don't only look your interest, but look the interest of the consumers.
And they are in need of healthy food. Abdussalam knows about malnutrition in the camp and wants to tackle that by improving the supply side of healthy vegetables. After talking to a number of shopkeepers, he found out that they are depending on wholesalers who charge high prices for vegetables. Now he is working on a solution, a retailer cooperative.
We are collecting people so that even they are planning now to open a big store. So after they open the big store, they will order many things for this product. And I hope in the near future, the consumers will get reliable or satisfied product, very cheap price.
Bitu Chawal has been a child soldier in southern Sudan. On the battlefield, he had learned that violence is a means to no end. In Kakuma, he witnessed many fights, but did not know how to intervene or address the community leaders. That's why he decided to go for the diploma in liberal arts and focused on leadership and community management.
But after I gain the knowledge through the study, and then I am in position and capability to come out with ideas of helping my community to be able to resolve their differences using dialogue and reconciliation as a major tool to help them live in peaceful and in friendly manner with one another in the community.
B2 has used the skills he acquired in the JCHEM program to promote ways of nonviolent conflict resolution. Over time, he has trained numerous Sudanese women to mediate conflicts with nonviolent means.
So that is the most important thing that the diploma in liberal arts study gave me as a person. So it changed my life, and I use it as a means of also helping others in terms of giving services and changing the community to be a better place for everyone to live in.